So quadratic diplomacy is a tool used to reward contribution to projects. It's a way of democratizing payment. So we're just going to run through a quick demo. We've been working on this new version, consolidating to a single sort of quadratic diplomacy where it's this mixture of on-chain and off-chain stuff. So let me go ahead and share my screen here. And we have a version of the UI that we're working on right now, but I'll just run you guys through this quick scaffold UI. So we're gonna go ahead and create an election. And what we're gonna do is add a couple of participants. So we're just gonna call this like test moonshot, right? And we're gonna give one Rinkeby away. So we're on the Rinkeby network right now. We're gonna give everybody 5 votes and we're gonna select the off-chain version. So there's 2 different versions. There's on-chain and off-chain. One's completely on-chain. The other one is like a hybrid of the two where votes are free and everything is not expensive to do. So if we enter some ENS names, I'm just gonna pick Huxwell.
This is where you need my list from earlier. I should have copy pasted the list and sent it to you.
There we go. We'll just add a couple. And I'll add myself as a candidate just to go through the election process. We're gonna hit continue. I'm gonna confirm this election. I don't know if you guys can see my MetaMask, but I'm bringing it up, confirm. So now this election is going to exist. We're probably going to have to sign a message here in a second. And then, yeah, so once again, this is a way of distributing funds in a voting-based mechanism. So Tip Party is a great way to distribute flat funds. This is sort of a way to vote on your peers to get some funding. So I have 3 addresses that I can look at here. I'm going to vote. I'm going to give everybody a couple of votes, and I'm going to cast my ballot. We're going to sign a message that sends it off. And I think we should wait for Swap and Huxwell to maybe place a vote. So if we go back to the application, I see that I have voted. I'm an admin, I'm a candidate, and I have voted. The status of this election is open. So that means that people can vote and only those candidates can vote. I pasted a link in the chat if you guys want to check it out and create elections, do whatever. And we're gonna see, have they voted yet? 1 second here.
So just while we're waiting for those votes to come in, the idea is to decentralize how resource allocations are done in work streams like Moonshot Collective. So pushing power to the edges of where the tokens go with a work stream like Moonshot Collective, and maybe add some quadratic voting on top of that.
Yeah. I'm gonna hit end election. We're just gonna end it right now, and we're gonna distribute some ETH. So this is gonna be distributing Rinkeby, so we're not actually giving away 1 ETH, but this is gonna go in this allocation. So you should see an expected payout of that. If I go back to MetaMask, hit confirm, it distributes. Now this should support any ERC20. And I'm gonna pass this off to Huxwell because we have an actual UI that we're working on that's gonna be for production, and that should have distributed. So that is the, that's quadratic diplomacy. Hux, you wanna take it over?
Hey, sure. All right. So we are working on using a completely custom UI, and this is how it's look like. So instead of having a table, we'll display the elections with cards, some nice indication about the election that is currently inactive, and also when we create an election, the form will look like this. Everything works fine, but I'm not gonna run into the demo again. And yeah, basically that's kind of how it looks. Professional, kind of professionalized UI, let's say. So this is the election that we did yesterday evening with Uni, and yeah, this is like the election detail again, and some stats about the distribution, which still needs work. Thank you.
Yeah, huge shout out to the team. We've had a lot of people working on this. We've had a lot of different versions, and we're just now getting to the phase where we are unifying things and making it production ready. So it should be ready to go. And yeah, excited to see where this goes.
Yeah, shout out to Will for the design and Giovanni for contributing to the UI.
There was a transaction you made there, which isn't how the signature based. So this is different than either than the signature based one. It is a signature-based one, but it's different than the current signature-based one that Carlos started. Is that right?
Yep, it takes that same contract. We modify it to include like an abstraction for multiple elections, so that way we can have concurrent elections. Some of that stuff is stored on chain. Voting is always signature based, so it's free. So if you want to hear about the history, I can maybe hit you guys up afterward, and we can talk about the history of and how we got here. But yeah.
Amazing. Thanks so much. Time's almost up, so let me just end with this question. What do you all need? Do you have any call to action for the group?
Test it out. Hit up the link and create an election. Anybody can create an election. It's on Rinkeby, so you're going to need some Rinkeby if you want to play with it right now. So we're just in the staging phase. But yeah, that's it.
Amazing. Thanks so much. Snaps for Quadratic Diplomacy. Looking really good, everyone.